Hey everybody, Joe Lowry, what a day, happy Wednesday, hump day as I like to call it, the week's middle finger. And what a day it's been. I'll tell you the biggest news of the day, no doubt, the death of Aaron Hernandez. That's right, the ex-New England Patriot was found dead in his cell at 3:05 a.m. this morning over at MCI Shirley, and sources tell us he had hung himself using a bed sheet. Of course, details continue to pour in on this, and most recently he had the Bible scripture John 3:16 written on his forehead. I'm not sure what to make of all this. He was just acquitted of a double murder. Family and friends say this came out of nowhere. His defense team, Attorney Baez and so forth, will be conducting their own investigation. And they said they will go public with every details and findings as they become available. You know, he was just acquitted of a double murder homicide this past Friday. Of course, he was serving a life sentence. He leaves behind a 4-year-old daughter. He was just 27 years old. And the caveat to all this is, under Mass state law, if you die before your appeal is heard, your conviction is tossed, which means in death, Aaron Hernandez may not be a guilty man in the eyes of the law. That's right. This is a long-standing Massachusetts legal principle. Courts customarily vacate the convictions of defendants who die before the appeals are heard. Somehow, some way, the dots will be connected in all this. You know, the Massachusetts maximum security prison where Aaron Hernandez apparently hanged himself has had its shares its trouble. A lot of inmate suicides at the Susan Baranowski Correctional Center, several attacks on prison staff and guards and so forth. You know, a little history on this. The most famous strangulation was convicted pedophile priest John Gagin by another prisoner. And that's under the same roof here. You know, this is kind of crazy. The prison was built for $105 million. It was hailed as the nation's most technologically advanced prison at the time, opened in 1998 with over 1,000 cells. And ironically, it is named after two former prison workers killed in 1972 in an aborted escape attempt. Sad news all around there whatsoever. Well, the New England Patriots made their Super Bowl winning trip to the White House today to meet President Donald Trump. However, a big notable Patriot was not there. That's right before the venture began. QB Tom Brady released a statement saying he would not be attending the personal family matters. As it turns out, his mom was in town, so I guess that's more important, I would say so. But Rob Gronkowski did make a brief cameo during Press Secretary Sean Spicer's daily press briefing at the White House. Talk about an SNL moment. It provided a rare moment of humor for the president. And in case you miss it, you know, while answering a reporter's questions, Spicer suddenly turned to the right, answering to a surprising Gronkowski, who says, "Hey, Sean, you need help with this?" And of course, Spicer, a Patriots fan, replied, "No, I got this." No doubt it was funny to see Spicer smile, and I bet you SNL will do something with this. Over on the sports side of things, the Bruins continue to look to even their series tonight against the Ottawa Senators. Bruins need to win this one, folks. They can't go back to Ottawa 3-1. The puck drops at 7:30 at the Garden. And not sure what's going on with the Celtics, but they are facing another quick exit in the playoffs as they have lost both opening home games to the Chicago Bulls. These are the same Bulls that we beat all season long. The series continues in Chi-Town on Friday night at 7 p.m. And the Red Sox capped off a dramatic 8-7 win last night in Toronto to continue their winning race, improving to 9-5 in the season. They continue their series against the Blue Jays tonight. Rick Porcello is on the hill for the Red Sox. You know, I'm seeing on Facebook all these national days of something or whatever, and believe it or not, it appears that every day seems to be a national whatever day. So needless to say, I jumped on the old Google, and April 19th is National Amaretto Day, National Garlic Day, National Hanging Out Day. But I think this one's more important. It's the observance, the National Day of Remembrance of the Oklahoma City bombing. So there you have it. Now you know. And for all you astronomers out there, an asteroid sometime today will be making its closest path to Earth. The asteroid, which is more than a quarter mile, 400 meters wide, will pass close to Earth on Wednesday. It'll be kind of just past us about over 100 million miles. I guess that's too close, right? According to NASA scientists, there'll be no impact of this asteroid on Earth. Asteroid. But anyways, I hope they're right. But how come meteorologists can't predict the weather? Interesting. Last night on SmackDown Live, the Queen Charlotte certainly made headways as she demanded a quick title shot against SmackDown Live Women's Champion Naomi. Although Shane McMahon was quickly to quell that and say Charlotte has to earn her way to the number one contendership. She had to battle Naomi one-on-one to get that number one contendership, and she did beat Naomi. But in all this, you know, just 8 days ago, she came over to Team Blue, and I'm not sure what Natalya, Carmella, Tamina, and the rest of the women's roster think. Naturally, they are all questioning the fact that they were totally overlooked in this. It's an interesting storyline that is shaping up, no doubt. And next week, we'll have that women's championship bout, Naomi versus Charlotte. But something tells me this isn't going to end very well. Well, quite the shakeup over at Fox News today. That's right. Did you hear? They fired a big host. Oh, really? No, Bill O'Reilly. That's right. He will not be returning to the network. Fox News announced this afternoon that the company will be parting ways with the host. This, of course, comes on the heels of what appears to be yet another cover-up of a scandal of somewhat sexual harassment. No doubt the money train factored into this one, folks. In some ways, hundreds of advertisers pulled their endorsements from the O'Reilly factor. No word yet from the O'Reilly camp. And in case you missed it, Emma Morano, the world's oldest person and the last one to be born in the 1800s, died. She was 117 years old. That's right, 117. The Italian was born on November 29th, 1899. She held the Guinness Book of World Records title for being the oldest living person and the oldest living woman. That's right. Morano credited her longevity after leaving her abusive husband back in 1938 to a steady diet of raw eggs and cookies. Makes you wonder. My doctor said I couldn't have Oreos, but now I'm going to double check that. Anyways, on to the NFL. Looks like Phil Simms, who was replaced by newly retired and overrated former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo. He'll be joining the NFL Today team. Simms joins JB and the gang on the weekly show. You know, Simms was a game analyst, a great game analyst for 20 years. He was a Brady fan, too. And he was the #1 tandem with Jim Nantz, and together they called National Games of the Week. I'm not sure what's happening over there. This is quite the shakeup as well. Nobody, you know, they're trying to quell the rumors over there. But Tony Romo, zero experience in the NFL broadcasting industry, all of a sudden jumps to the #1 tandem with Jim Nantz. Needless to say, though, joining JB and the gang, Simms is happy to be back. This is the quote I'm reading here. He's happy to be happy with the gang over at the NFL Today. He joins Boomer Esiason and JB, James Brown, in case you didn't know, Bart Scott and Bill Cowher. And to me, this tandem outshines the guys over on Fox and, of course, the NFL Network. Well, it's Wednesday, Hump Day, the week's middle finger, like I used to call it. Tomorrow's Thursday. You never know what's going to happen. The news certainly is roaring its ugly head here, good and bad news. But, you know, you can check out all my videos at www.youtube.com/Joe Lowry. What a day. I'm still looking for that 1,000 subscribers, folks. In case you're new to the channel, it's free, totally free. You don't have to pay anything. You just have to have a Yahoo email subscription. Everybody's got it. Just hit subscribe. It's free. Did I tell you it's free? It's free. And don't forget, Joe Lowry, YouTube, what a day. You know, I'm trying to get that 1,000 people. And in doing so, when I do hit that 1,000th mark, I will dedicate one show into saying everybody's name on my broadcast. Anyways, I'm Joe Lowry. Have a great Wednesday night, everybody. What a day.